But and string. Alrighty. Alrighty. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today we're doing our work on this little number. The Onco Models 1:48 staghound. It's been a really pleasant little build so far. Yeah. Our main function or aim today would be to get more of the undercarriage on, and ultimately, well not ultimately, but as the, excuse me, got some plain parts there. As the stream progresses, we'll also get into a wee bit of detailing, most of which would encompass the exterior of the staghound. It's not like it's a fully detailed interior, so we'll save ourselves a lot of angst there. Yeah. All right, now, first things first, let's get you a better viewing position, shall we? Probably about there will do us. Yeah, I've done that again. Brace your eyes for a moment, guys. This is going to flash pretty savagely. And once it's done, normally I try to remember to do it, so to speak. That is, there we go. What's a good amount of light? There we go. Now, yeah, just going to make sure is that you've got a good what sort of view you've got. There's a couple of second delay. There you go. That's probably not a bad posse. Now, let's see where we're at. Yeah, our assembly instructions. So we have steps 1 and 2 complete. Marvelous stuff, it. Now, we have that. This one here. So, looks you get the picture. Right. Now at that angle, probably our best option would be to come from this. What we're going to do, don't know if getting this on today or as the outlet. There we go. Now there's not much to that part there. So we get all this part in order. We need that to be settled before we can do that. Then start getting into a bit more nitty-gritty stuff. Nitty-gritty. Here we have some photo etch. So hopefully by that stage I've got myself a Holden fold. Let's have a look. We are looking for. We have 2D36. And here's a little bit that goes that way. I prefer to put the 36 first. Purely because it'll be easier to get on this sort of position. I think 36 bam means correspondingly bam. Now, so very small. What's the back of them like? There is a there is a faint little indicate. There it goes. All right. All right. Yeah. This one. Here we go. That. Is the time. Let's not be shy. Just be lazy. Lazy is quite the correct adjective. Not, yeah, it's trickier than I had anticipated. Little bugger. Now, that's the yeah, little bugger. I see. This is actually quite unsurprising because of the peas. Peas. But I think it should take them on. Alright. You can't see actually, I've just realised, which is not helping my take either. But this is being a prick of a thing. There's no nice way of dressing this shit up. It's a really small, fiddly design. But why they've done it this way? In theory, it should have sat in then. In theory. Right, so that's how it will ultimately sit. God, that was a pain in the ass. See how that pain machine that was. It's actually slightly forward of our sensor there. So it would appear. I've got the similarly no fun parts on the bottom. For fuck's sake. Alright. Anyway, first, hang on a moment, guys. Oh, hello, Minfins. How you doing? I've just been having a bit of a torrid time with this piece. It's the method of application. It's not entirely user friendly in my eyes. I think I'm a bit off camera too. Bloody lid. Oh, that's good. Now, here we go. So what it is, just as you can see, a little silver bit. There. Oh, that was painful. Now, once I've got these on and drying, might touch up some of the paintwork. I remember I needed to do that from last week. So yeah, to miss the last couple of weeks of Ren Fair, Min Pins. Everything okay? Oops, I'll zoom out. Next. One for the other side. Okay. Next. I'm going to do the other side now. See how this operates. So painfully. Now, next, I will. Take that. It's just one of those things. That. Oi. Oh no. No, that's ooh, nasty. Yeah. Yeah. Um either of those two is shit you don't need. The the two of them in conjunction. No, no one needs that. Yeah, pretty sensible call, mate. Sometimes being sensible. It's not the fun option. I'm Ken Brockman. That's my 2 cents worth. Finally. Uh, so. We caught 7. We tried a few new spots. One was actually really interesting. It's what my mate calls a fisherman's spot. What he means by that is it's hard to get to even see at some points. But it gave. If you went down the side of this bank and get past quite a thorny bush, it actually gave really good access to quite deep water, and there was a couple of nice sized bream in there. We're going to try a different stretch of the same river on Saturday, this coming Saturday. Yeah, we're having a good scan of the river because we're only just learning um, the ways of this particular river. There's a lot to learn, man. So when it's like as a stretch of river that we're working on, it would be, I suppose, 3 miles long. There's a lot that goes on. That's from the mouth to the um, old settlement that we fish around, and might be more. But that's a lot of water. There's a lot of variance, and we've really only been fishing it a year. In fact, not even. Although my mate, who keeps all the stats, informed me that apparently in DC, I'm about to get a mouthful of coffee. That's also part of the reason why I'm pontificating whilst not doing anything. That we've caught 503 bream since August last year. So yeah, we're doing something right. But we've still got a lot to learn. The numbers have been down from. At one stage, we were just catching fish at a ridiculous rate. Now, some of that was bycatch, it must be said. I remember one day we caught 31. However, nowadays the numbers are down, but the other side of that is we seem to be getting bigger ones. We've tracked down as to where they hang out to some extent, but we need to refine that. Ha! Actually, I remember once, mate, without pissing in your pocket, and this was years ago, there was a. I remember, they did explain what the cause was. I'm trying to remember. Basically, there was this school of. They were a type of mackerel sort of fish. They were called the Trevally. What they are. And they can tweet it for this, but that's very easy to pick with that. Fantastic. Anyway, and you could go down the Port River, which is like port basically, and the water wasn't real clean back then, and it was unreal. You could watch, like imagining. I have to try and see if I can. Here we go. If you imagine that, see how there's a green square here. If you imagine that as being a wharf, then sort of down and out and so forth, you'd be able to see. You see people lining all the way up, and the whole school would go ding 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 ding, and people would just be catching them hand over fist. It was stupid. Yeah, I'm live. Whoa! And he got to the stage on one occasion, and we, like seriously, you'd catch as many as you wanted to catch. Anyway, my mate, indeed, the very mate who I go fishing with now, he said, I've got to try this. And he's just dropped an empty hook in. Straight out. Just dropped an empty hook. Boom. He's on. And it didn't seem to matter where you went in the system either. They were just everywhere. Um, that was, however, a very rare occasion with certain conditions to do with the weather. Generally, it happens every now and again, but pretty freaky. Um, um, this looks. I don't. Um, Patience is being tested. I told you. This is where, excuse me, I'm a bit distracted. Yeah, certainly with the Trevally it wasn't fishing, just, I was going to say, like shooting fish in a barrel. Apparently, Mythbusters have proved that this is in fact not so easy. But also not pacing because that doesn't need. There we go. Mate, Okay, that was a pain in the ass. Yeah, no, but the Travala was ridiculous. And as I said, it didn't matter where you went, what you did, you would catch them. And hang on, of course, after all that dropping of pieces and swearing and cursing, I've knocked a piece off. It's not improving what I take on. Now, in a worst case scenario, it's a piece I can potentially make sure position. That's not impossible. Rotation factor 5. But I've got it back on. Yeah, sure, man. So, yeah, that's as it should be. So that was painful. Now, but at least it's on. Now, something else we can do. Um, we can do. Put these little cone bits on there, I reckon. Now I'm going to be doing some touch-ups on that once that dries. But that's all good in the hood. What bit I'm talking about is that. We go. See, some of the paintwork's taking a bit of a slapping. So we'll tidy that up in due course. That won't be too hard. Now, also put these two on. Is it the way? Look at that. More bit of sand. Thought it should be at trying to get there. Oh, look at that. Much. That's how it happens, kids. Look at that. Nice and sweet little fit. Okay, pretty happy with that. Alright, we can, while we're here, it's on my mind. Then we'll those on. Now, where's our instructions? There's something we've got to do with the other one. Oh, there's one little bit. I think I've already got that on there. I'll check that. If I do, in fact, I'm almost certain I do. Okay. I could potentially that. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. You can also, whilst we're at this point, put that the D25s onto those. Really close to completing. Once you've got all that done, start moving into these little bits here, which are kind of freaky, but ultimately that's where the wheels will go. But a quite spectacular detail looking, to really get it looking very swoosh. Two is anyway, let us lovely. Nice and easy, that one. Now, the next bit, this, I can see how that's going to look. I'm to fess up. I kind of like it. Once you get it in position, it's all grunged up. Now, here's an interesting one. Now, there's a little drive shaft that goes through there. It's maybe potentially a little tricky. Trying to decide if it's the best way of doing it. Oh, hey, dude. Just having a bit of a speculation about the specific spot for the drive shaft to latch into there, but it should also, of course, attach there. As to how I'm going to be best served to get that in. But in the meantime, the last couple, or the last piece one, I'm very much easier, and I can be pretty sure that this one is too. So very cooperative. Yes, they were. I was most happy. Bit of glue here. Now, how are the dogs? Good? don't know if you've. I saw an article. There we go. They've gone on quite nicely. Uh, Now, let's get that dry and then we'll touch this paintwork up. Yeah, I was reading a news article on well, our Australian website about it was involving. I don't know if there was a if you ever saw if the movie ever got to the US. Red Dog, Australian kelpie that achieved quite legendary status. It was stray. It was just was an article about it because I think one of the towns that he used to run through that has a statue of him is possibly going to be shutting. Don't mind. But yeah, the yeah, it's just an amazing story of a dog that apparently, yeah, he just knew where all the spots to hang were and the sheds, and he march on in, and everybody would let him, and yeah. It's actually a very cool movie. It's a bit sad, as many movies are. It's good movie. Now, next, I want to quick little assessment. Have a look here. Looky. But yeah, the story runs that his owner got killed in a car accident. Just boogied around trying to find him. As dogs do. Where is the other one of those? Voila. Not eyelines are meant to be, it's okay. That's fine. Now, this one. Number 38. Just realised they had us put a piece that isn't even visible. Doesn't matter. I'm entirely comfortable with that. Yeah. 38. Boom. A friend of mine's got a greyhound, retired racing dog. Uh, Top he has as a dog, I've got to say. I'll always give her a switch when I go in. Got to have a switch. Really now. As soon as she knows I'm outside, she starts making a fuss. It's funny. So much so that when we get back from fishing, mate's wife makes sure she lets the dog out so she can come up. Otherwise, she'll just stay at the door and whine. How funny is that? Besides, we get the right end of the hook. They can away from that. Okay. It's one of those things that glue and hold for business. It will fit. Patient with it, I guess. All right. So we'll do that. Then I think look at getting a bit of detailing going on. I've decided, as a quick little slide, there's a whole stack of Carc Black I want to do for tyres. I'm going to do. Last night I masked that. I'll show you in a minute. The entirety of all the tyres I have. I use liquid mask on most of them, but also a few other areas I'm going to be putting some Carc Black. And a big session of airbrushing coming up today. I've got this on. I'll show you. Well, actually, oh no, not up there. The amount I've got is to be. Is there a correct angle? Wow, that was it. uh, actually has me confident enough. Good. All right. Well, how easy that was. I feel confident enough to put the other one on before I go and get those wheels to show you just how far I went with it. Got a wee bit excited. I did. Um, uh, 30 or 36, whichever. Yeah. Hmm. And a bit of rainess. Yeah. Boom. Now, what the drive shaft is and even with that way. So a bit of glue do its thing. All right. Now, do it. Wait. There we go. Supply a little short. There we go. So, the final analysis. There, now we've got a bit of painting touch-ups to do. Together. That won't be hard. I'm going to let that dry before those dry. Then we'll do some touch-ups. May do. That's good. We'll do before we put them on. Boom. But happy with this progress thus far today. Now, something we can also do. Dip down a bit. D25s need to go onto those. So we'll get those. I was going to show you some wheels, wasn't I? Back in a moment. Yeah, pretty much all of this. Well, not all of that. I'm going to do these parts here. I use a lot of liquid mask. I'm going to go cark back in here, which is a different black to that one. The bit I haven't masked up, I'll use liquid mask on, is actually on the inside here. I'm going to do, because I want to paint them gunmetal grey. I want to spray the interior dark black up to a certain point. This one I just need to do dark black on the back. This side I'll do manually. But almost all of this dark black. We're going to get some dark black, but more the point. We have these Bronco wheels. We have the Lancaster wheels. We have the Halifax wheels. This is another Lancaster wheel. I've got to work out how I'm going to put that on yet. I'll probably use a toothpick. And I've also got these wheels to do. So I've got a whole stack of wheels. But then once they're done, that means that for all those kits, I'm done. At least on the wheel front, which will be kind of handy. I've also become aware that I don't know where to want, so I'll just move that away a minute. But if I can find, here we go. Before I do all that, what I'll probably do, I want to do the insides there. The Spitfire Cark Black. There's probably a couple of other little spots I should consider, but they're on another sprue. Bottom line is that I will airbrush all of that today. There we have it. But yeah, as I'm sure you'll agree, that's a shitload of wheels. Ah. Um, now, uh, but figure that if I get all of them done in one big go, I'll be saving myself a fair bit of time and effort. Also, generally it will look better at that point. Okay, we can just let that stuff dry. Alright. Now, whilst we're letting them dry, we will, that's it. Gonna do those. Then, take a very brief break. We've actually made some really good progress overall, I think. Once these little touch-ups on the paintwork are done, boom. Then we start getting to finer detail. On suspension, this stuff, hopefully, well, in fact, I can always guarantee I should have a hold and fold by the time we need to get onto that. But that would be a bit good. Now, suspension, suspension. 20. Boom. So, here. That, this part. Extra. Oh, apparently, oh, well, there you go. Look at that. That'd be pretty easy. Now, let's get that done then. Then we need to worry about these parts here. Buffo. Now, but I want that to dry a little. He's a better option here. Mm. Yeah, that easy. Which means the other one should be hopefully correspondingly. Uh, yeah. Bing, bing. One, two, now, I know I was going to share with you min pins. I've been continuing with my writing, as one does, which is I do. And basically, the hit has done his first job. The body's been discovered. Whilst the copper who's sort of like organising it hits was expecting the phone call, he gets it at 5 in the morning. And he, as he's getting ready, speculates that there should be where bodies are, if you know, so if you're dealing with potentially convicting a killer, reckons there should be a leniency clause for those bodies found between 9 and 5, and particularly for those bodies that aren't found during lunchtime. Being that, you know, look, if you're a contract killer and you're potentially facing with jail time, you want to do, you know, a considerate killer would take significant steps to reduce their sentencing. By simply doing the hits within 9 to 5 hours. And you know, be good for the coppers. They would know that I'm unlikely to have to deal with a body. Therefore, I can organise social events. Good for the public. Oh, 5 o'clock's reached. The killing's probably stopped. We can go out now. Yeah, that's what I've got going on in my book. These lines of thought. Now I'm going to take a very brief break, mate. Whereupon I shall return. We're going to get onto some detail. I'm going to let these settle, do their thing. I will tidy them up off camera, and I'll probably even put them on off camera so as we can just get to the next steps. Become on camera next week, and hopefully I'll have a few other things lined up to do on it. But yeah, all right. I think our next manoeuvre will be detailing. Yes. Well, kind of liking the way this is looking. I'm happy with the way the more amount of grunging up I did. The bays there was coming along. As I put bits in, I'll have to do a bit more grunging. Another layer, a bit more grunging. Because that's just how, as more pieces go on top, it'll be a process, you know. All right, back in a minute, mate. Hi, Raoul. Sorry, I was just taking a very short break. From Portugal. Interesting. Hope you're still there. What we're doing at the moment, I've just been working on a staghound. This will be from the Manitoba Dragoons, around 1945. And what I've been working on this morning, Minpins, you're on Twitch. I'm just having a chat from someone in Portugal, which is rather interesting. Anyway, we've been doing the axles and undercarriage. That some of those will need a touch up in the paintwork, but now we're going to do a wee bit of detailing on. I think we'll go for. Saw some around here a minute ago. This is the one. Here's some of my favourite bits. I love detailing guns. So much fun with them. We can do a bit of work on this here. And indeed, I have a cunning plan. And from there, first, now guns. Now this sprue's going to be a pain in the petunia. I can tell that straight away. So what we're going to do, girls, this. Oops, make that to happen. Doesn't matter. It's out of the way now. You don't like. I don't like it. Have the headlight. Right. I can see why I don't like. It's actually already been cut there. What have I done? That's easy. What we will do. That's probably a safe and sensible option. Place that there. That fairly. What I might even do. I have to remember that I have these two pieces on separate bits of sprue. But they're not going to be flopping around and getting in the way and causing me conundrums. So the big ones. So take that little bit off. In particular, who's two? All right. Now I guess our first most obvious colour on guns would have to be the barrel being gunmetal grey. This is a no-brainer. There's about 3 other areas. I'll zoom you in so you can see what I'll explain what my plan will be. Give me a brief moment. Just blowing my nose. Some people would suggest I run the dire risk of reducing my IQ points in so doing, but hey. Now, zoom here. Let's see how well we close. Ooh, gonna get closer. That's as good as it's gonna get. All right. Now, there we go. Marvy. I might go up because there's a slight difference in the guns in actuality. As you can see, one has a light bulb, the other one doesn't. I'm not quite sure what I know why that would be. I would suggest that is one of the mechanisms by which it gets lodged into the little cover thing. There's like a thing that the gun goes through. That's how it stays in. So I suggest going that black. The gun barrel will naturally be gunmetal grey. Now, this is actually a brush I would use for deckling, similar purpose. As we look here, here's a few little areas, 2 different shades of grey. I'm not going to break into the old joke about how many shades of grey, because we all know the drill. Now, that looks, is that a sign? I think that's just a piece of plastic there. Make it a sign. Oh, it's quite a sight. Okay. So in the final analysis, back here. Gunmetal grey, black around that. Maybe I might make that dark grey. Then we'll start getting to here. Like we've got a different grey there, there, and there. That's giving us like that's the plan. The plan, Stan. Yeah. There we oops, probably too far. Now, never mind. I'll be with you very shortly on that one. But that's what we're going to do. Now, it's a pretty straightforward operation. Because gunmetal grey, boom, 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 boom. And what other grey shall I utilise? Decisions, people, decisions. We will go. Actually, I'm going to need that. Not for this. We will go with maybe. Now let's have a look at what different greys we got. Neutral grey. That's black. Don't want that one. Natural steel. Don't want that. Dark sea green's a useful grey. I like that. For some reason they call it green, but as far as I feel it's grey, so I'm critical about more greys than that. Okay. Dark sea grey, which is actually a fairly light one. I reckon I'm gonna go. Ah, okay. Here's a plan, kids. Go with the dark sea grey. Alright. Now, first up, best dressed, as they say. I'm gonna get a mouthful of coffee. Then going to do some once I've got the gunmetal grey on and the dark sea green, we will then do some work on the shuffle, and there's also a pick. And when I do that, I'll zoom in for a bit. Excuse me a moment. Alrighty. Now, goggles. Diddly, 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 diddly. Don't mind me. Diddly, 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 diddly. Said it before, but I'll say it again. Don't know why I'm singing the Mexican hat dance. I'm neither Mexican nor wearing a hat. Which will do. Gunmetal grey. You Come here. Let's get you a slightly better angle. Okay. Yep. Using both guns rather than both sides. I will be doing both sides of the that's a long back. They have two distinct. If they're around to about there. So, Raoul, do you have anything on that you're building at the moment? Yeah. All right. Oops. Getting a bit off camera there. Almost. I like some of the detail on the guns they've supplied here. There you go. All right. Is that barrels? Right. Now, take the goggles off for a moment. In about 25 minutes, I that kind of is alive, people. I'm gonna have to do the boogaloo, but I would be back. Well, I don't have to be exactly 25 minutes, but um, that's yeah. Anyway, then I'll be back to work on the Spitfire and Halifax. Possibly also do a wee bit of work on the Lank. It's one of the things I actually wouldn't mind detailing. I've got to start on the exhaust manifolds on the Halifax and the Spitfire. So I want to finish them, and I'm figuring, well, why don't I do the exhaust manifolds of the Lank as well? That ain't rocket science. Now, dark sea green. Now, here we go. I've actually going to be doing guns on the Halifax as well. Got most of the detailing done on that actually, and I'm pretty chipper about that. Yes, I am. I've actually come to the realization, because of the way I'm doing a few things, it's entirely possible that come the 24-hour stream on the length that I'll actually be doing a lot of assembly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy about that. It means I've got a lot of shit done. So yeah, I've got to do the propellers on the Halifax and Spitfire. So I'm thinking to myself, well, why don't I just do that link as well? And I'm sort of doing a lot of stuff like that, and thus I'm actually getting a huge amount done. And there was much rejoicing. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I like the looks of that one. They've put a new one around somewhere. Never mind. Never mind. Now. What's that? Oh, options I have. All right, we will go. In a bit. Okay. Oh, very good. There's a nice picture. Yeah, great. And in a minute, hopefully, I'll get to show you exactly what I'm on about. I've done this one. Um, Bill. Now, here we go. So, there we go. Right, now you can see there are some nice little spots where I could put like a lot of black or another colour to highlight some of those little buttons and stuff. This is going to happen. Yeah. Starting to like some of the options indeed that they do give on detail there. So I'm going to Top Gun. At some moment I had a bad flash of, well, it was the 80s one that had the Danger Zone song, but yeah. Then, just going to check, I think that's an axe. In which case, the two, oops, the daisy, sorry guys. Who can use a bit of detailing? We're going to move out. There we go, yep. Now, it's probably too far. And then, slightly different. Yeah, already set them together. Oops, a bit lower. It should be about there, I reckon. Boom. There's one side. Excuse me. There. I don't know where it came from, but I don't know. Right. A little sight on it. How normally. All right. Yep. We've got a good start on the guns there. Gonna let them dry for a bit. We'll have putting a bit more detail on some of them. Or on them specifically, in fact. Now I want to check if this is an axe. I believe it is. So there's a couple little bits we'll do with that. Zoom out. Clean brush. Get paper out of the way for a moment because I don't want to put my arm in paint, which I have an extensive track record of. Actually, I suspect every modeler does. Just a, oh, one of those things you think it's always you doing it, but it doesn't. So the part is part number 54. Listen, curiously, I'll zoom you right out. Was that as far as it? There we go. It does supply things like picks and here we go. Maybe this is where it all happens. Here we go. Bam. Yes, it is indeed a shovel. No shovel and axe. So, see where the corresponding other bits are. Okay, so there's our axe, shovel, there's the pick. There's an old joke of how do you confuse an Irishman? Throw him 3 shovels and ask him to take his pick. These have already got some wood on them. I've put those in on the, if I'm careful enough, I can do this. Let me just have a closer look at that axe. Right. All right. Now, I'm going to put some. Now, first, leather brown. I need a mahogany brown, which I do have. The question I need to answer is it out? I would suggest it's probably. Hang on. What's this? Black brown. Yeah. Say it is my big box of acrylics. Like so. Mahogany brown. Boom. Got more paints out of my big box of acrylics than I have in it. What the hell? Start tidying some shit up is what that tells me. Yeah. Paper. Mahogany. Yeah. Need to get a pin on that. Right. Now. There we go. Not quite sure what the correct term for the little felt bit at the end of your microphone is, but I think I've just got some paint on it. Anyway, now, let's goggles on. This is here. Yep. This one. Um, all right. Okay. Now, next. There we go. Get the handle together. Do this side. Right, there's that handle. Let's check the other. One of them. A little bit. Well, the other handles I'm talking about the shovel here. It'll tell. Right. Right. That dry? Well, not dry, but oh, yeah. That uh, oops. Oh no. Yeah. So there's actually there's one little touch. I was going to be very particular. Hey, I am. What I might try and do. Most picks in a little bit. All right. Now, next. It's a two-part process. Don't reckon I'm necessarily going to get. Um, what I'll do is put oily steel on the shovel, axe, pick. Then that dries. I'll hit that with a bit of tinny tin to give it a rusty look. So first I'll clean my brush. The only question. Hang on, I'll zoom out. Now, my only question. Tinny tin, right? The oily steel probably won't take long. Do I wish to do it now? You know, I do. Really, really do. So I shall. Once I've got that done, I will. I'm going to need to let it dry before I put the tinny tin. So I'll just do this separately off camera. Or I might do a casual stream later on and do a bit of catch-up work on it. An option. Doing a third stream later today, perhaps. Indeed, that's a very good option. One I may well pursue. Um, so. Goggles on. Then, where we go? Yep. The shovel. To blade. Apparently there's a difference between a blade and a sure I'm using the term particular. Um, one apparent one for the other is more for moving. Different. Moving what I mean is like got a stack of dolomite or whatever you're going to move around. Use so you would use a shovel. Blade is for digging. What's explained to me? Made sense. Why they would choose. Why they would be different. Alright, there's a spade slash shovel coming along. Now, jump, a pick. Oops. You're good with my hand there, aren't you? All right. Now, a brush. Once all this is dry, I'm going to give it a quick hit of varnish. Pop it into bags so it doesn't have it. We'll be able to do the amount of work or take it to them further. The next stream we do on this one. Maybe later today I might do a catch-up stream so we can just get a few things tidied up. Get the guts completed, bits and bobs, bits from other kits as well. In the meantime, we shall wind this stream up. Now, excuse me, you're about to probably get a good, I know, I might be able to do it this way. Moving you around, never mind. I'll switch the light out. So, way, is that out all the way? That's out all the way. About there. Alrighty. I believe that's an adequate posse. It is. Alright. Well, that's this stream done. I'll be back in about not 2.5 hours, a bit less than 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes if you want to be precise, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching. I certainly appreciate it. Now, as I said, I'll be back in about 2 hours and 20. I'll have to have myself some breakfast and get a few other things seen to. Yeah. But if you're a first-time viewer, there's a magic button for you. Follow, like, or subscribe. As I'm not sure what platform you're watching me on, I will. There's my other options. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord, and Robster the Builder on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Follow, like, subscribe. Alrighty. I will see all of you hopefully in a couple of hours, and yeah, we'll be back for all the action and excitement that modelling brings. Catch you then.